the name of the Robloxian Minigames too. I had just created mine, and he had created his back in 2017. I thought he was going to say something in the chat if I friended him, like, why did you steal my game name? Well, I didn't really. In fact, I got the idea from back somewhere in my mind. I just created it out of thin air. I didn't mean to steal anyone's game name, but I was really afraid that it would happen. And this is a lot more than a coincidence, let me tell you that. In fact, it actually went better than I had planned. He said, "Do not ask who am I, for I am asking you why you use free models in the Robloxian Minigames." Because most games, including like Meat City and Jailbreak and all your favorite Roblox games, were made with scripting. And some people will put out things in the toolbox, which are free models, and they now contain viruses and everything. And some of them even did back then, they just didn't know it. So he did not want that in his game. He wanted his game to be entirely based on scripting. And when he asked me that, I didn't know what free models were. I didn't know that free models came out of the toolbox and that they were bad. And he said, well, can you help me build on my game since it got 200 visits? And I said, of course, I can help you. But what actually happened in reality was he meant that could I build and script without using free models, and I was never told clear of that, and that big misunderstanding and the coincidence were what ruined my year. I had uploaded a YouTube video explaining what Jafar was doing to me and why I left the spelling games. When Spink saw the video, he took away that developer role, and I got in there and he gave me the developer role, and then me and a moderator got together and thought, alright, well, I think we both know what Jafar has done to you, and I'm on tablet, so I will let you kick him from the spelling games. Now, remember when I showed you about all the things, he had kicked me at least 30 times, and I was rejoining, and before I could even get a message published, when the page reloaded, nothing had been posted because I'd been kicked from the spelling games before I even finished a post. So, Jafar was really high up on his heels, and whatever I did, it was enough to push him so far that he did not stop until, I believe, last month, December of 2018. But still, that even slightly continued up until this month in 2019. Luckily, it wasn't exactly a year, but came very, very close to a year of torture. When, or after we kicked Jafar from the group, he came back to the group with this little response like, oh, you don't worry, I'll get you later, and Spink had already given him back his developer role. So I I just knew that I was stronger because he definitely said something like, "Oh, don't you worry, I'll get you back," like something a bully would say. But I thought that was just something he'd say and it never happened again. But I was mistaken. See, when I walked into this part of a deal, I never knew this would happen. And later on through the year, my Roblox account got banned because of Spink going in there and putting a bunch of adult content in the Robloxian Minigames. Which, now that you know how much I hate it, you probably have already seen. That's kind of a good thing. But the bad part is that Roblox banned me and Spink got to go away free. And then after that, I joined Discord and I lost the Windows group, both on Roblox and on Discord, because Jafar hacked not only once, not twice, but I believe it was like 3 or 4 times. So even when I created a new group, he destroyed that one. I felt like I was in an endless spiral down, and there were many times where I was literally thinking of leaving the internet. He still comments, well, no longer Jafar, but Spink still comments on my videos, and they're not very positive either. In fact, my entire 2018 has been thought of me walking over to the computer in the middle of the night and muting or unplugging the speakers every night because I would hear the Discord ping sound, because all Jafar was doing was sitting there putting in @Windows98Love, @Windows98Love. Oh, wait a second. I've already mentioned to you that Windows 95 Love was banned. Well, guess what? Windows 98 Love isn't doing so hot either. My Discord account with Windows 98 Love was invaded by Spink and Jafar, and they had literally almost destroyed that account. In fact, Jafar hacked it twice. He also hacked my emails and put everything in the email, making me look bad and everything. Like I said before, it is an endless spiral. And then finally, somehow, he stopped. Except he did get the slip that Bruna Come Online, which was the second try of the Windows group, was coming back. So I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But all I know is that it was like I walked into a trap. And I just want to warn those out there, when you create a Roblox game and somebody friends you with the same game name, if you friend them and join their developer team, or if that ever happens to you, I just hope that you have a better time than I did. Because now I have an entirely different life, and there is no way to explain what has happened to me thanks to 2018. I believe that if the Robloxian Minigames never existed, or if the game name was changed or something, then I would have still had Windows 95 Love. I would have never met Discord, which probably might have been the best thing that came out of having Spink as a friend, is because he introduced me to Discord, and that was a lot easier to communicate without using Roblox, because Roblox has a horrible chat filter, but I still would have gotten past the filters. I would have probably have had the Robloxian Minigames, and 2018 would have brought a better life to the Robloxian Minigames. I probably wouldn't get any better at building, and I wouldn't have a lot of the things that Spink created for me. which that's basically what I used him for, like right before I lost him. But he was a person who, he is a good developer and he knows how to script and build, unlike me. And I believed the Windows group would have still existed and 2018 would have been a better year. And I think just because of the Robloxian Minigames, I have had the worst year possible. Finally, on January 19th, 2019, Jafar admitted that he was now going to forget about me and that I should just forget that I ever met them, which probably won't happen, because if I do, then how else will I remember to use the little building skills that I know how to? Thanks to them.